Summer is in full swing, and with it comes longer days, slower starts, and that subtle nudge to do a little less and feel a little more. Whether your summer feels breezy and balanced or a bit chaotic and cluttered, this is the special 5-part series which is designed to help you pause, reset, and make the most of this sunny midpoint. You heard me right. In Midsummer Reset, Organize, Play, Recharge, we're diving into real life summer routines, playful organizing tips, and feel good reflections that help you stay grounded without sacrificing what? The joy of everything. So, if you're ready to feel inspired, centered, and actually enjoy your summer without the overwhelm, then this is the series which is made for you. Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to Organizing with Ease. I'm your host, Deanna Mall, your go to guide for simplifying life with a whole lot more what? Joy and ease. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm so glad you're here. And to my returning listeners, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something that hits close to home, and you're thinking, what could that possibly be? Well, you ready? It's actually something really fun. It's called 4th of July festivities. So, whether you're grilling, chilling, or traveling, this episode will help you stay organized, prepped efficiently, and actually enjoy yourself without scrambling at the last minute. Because trust me, I've been there too at that last minute moment. But we're also talking about that first of the month energy, July, is a true midsummer checkpoint. How does it feel right now in your home, in your routines, and in your life? Let's take stock and set a new tone for the second half of summer. So, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I hosted a last minute 4th of July barbecue. I went all out. I printed menus, themed plates, made 3 desserts, ended the night exhausted, with a sink full of dishes and barely any memories of actually enjoying it. Does that sound familiar? Well, this year, why don't we just let's flip that script, so to speak, okay? And here's couple of ways that you can actually just simplify. One way would be called the rule of one. So think of it this way: one main dish, one side, and one dessert. Anything extra, ask your guests to bring it because they would love to do so and be a part of the July 4th festivities. For example, you could serve grilled chicken or burgers as your main, a watermelon feta salad as your side, which I so love because it's so refreshing during the summertime, and maybe a crowd pleasing berry cobbler or popsicles for dessert, keeping it light and simple. Keep it colorful and fresh. If you're not cooking, you can pick up some pre made marinated meats, a pasta salad from the deli, and store bought cookies. But you know what? Make it intentional. The key is to plan less and enjoy more. So we went over the first one. The first one is the rule of one. Here's the second one. It's called the party bin. You heard me right, party bin. I actually do have a bin that's labeled in my garage with all summer party essentials, which includes my tablecloths, my citronella candles. Some of these candles I do actually leave out onto the patio as well. I do also have patio serving utensils, my string of lights, extra paper goods as well. That could be also in your party bin because that would be like your go-to, right? Then you want to maybe consider this. This is something different and sometimes it's kind of hard to relate to, but listen to this plan. The plan is to work backwards. You heard me right. So instead of thinking, what else can I do? Ask, what can I cut? For example, instead of adding a new side dish or a themed drink, decide what you could prep ahead and what can be skipped entirely. Ask yourself, if the party starts at 4 p.m., what do I need to have done by 2? Then build your to do list in reverse. Are you getting that? Are you getting where I'm coming from on this one? So, from the event start time back to morning. This helps you prioritize and also creates realistic expectations. A few good backward plans might include assembling everything the night before, setting the table early, or even putting out games or sunscreen baskets ahead of time. You'll enjoy the day more because you're not scrambling for those last minute aha moments. According to the American Psychology Association, 38% of people report increased stress around holidays due to obligations and expectations. And summer holidays, like the 4th of July, aren't exempt from that. That's pressure to create that what? Picture perfect moment that can leave us feeling disconnected from what really matters. The ability to simplify means to eliminate the unnecessary so that the necessary can and may speak, by Hans Hoffman. Now let's talk about where we are emotionally as we enter July. Summer has this strange way of rushing in and then suddenly pausing. You might feel like you should be doing more, planning another getaway, signing your kids up for another camp. But what if you didn't? I had a summer where I signed up my daughters up for way too many things, thinking that, keeping them busy type of deal for the summer would be really good. Between drop-offs, lunch packing, we did have some missed pool days at the house because we were so busy. We wound up being so exhausted. That July felt more like a marathon than a vacation. The following year, though, we scaled it back because of what we learned from the year prior, right? That shift gave us movie nights. We actually had some lazy Sunday mornings. And you know what? It was simple joys that filled us up because it was some scheduled, some relaxation, and then some spontaneity. Perfect. Perfect summer. You may be noticing that summer routines are starting to slip. Bedtimes are later, meals are much more at random, morning starts are so slow. And that's okay because it's feeling like too much unstructured time. Well, guess what? It's okay because there is a simple solution. And the feeling of having like too much unstructured time, it's okay as well. Just remember that. It's okay. Hey there, want to simplify your summer in just 10 minutes a day? Our Summer 10 bonus podcast series is now available, but it's private and only for our insiders. 2 exclusive episodes packed with practical organizing tips, travel prep hacks, and systems for your home, plus a downloadable workbook with slides and checklists. But of course, get private access now just for $9. Link is in the show notes. Don't miss out. Now back to today's episode. So here we have a simple solution. Ready? Choose just one new rhythm to introduce in July. Maybe it's a daily morning walk, an afternoon reading time. What about maybe a new show? I don't know. Or maybe add Friday game nights or movie nights with a little bit of popcorn. So even if you are on vacation and you still have some downtime, consider doing this and maybe have some popcorn as well. Anchor your days with small rituals that help the whole family reset. But you definitely do want to ask yourself, what has felt good so far this summer? What routines have naturally fallen away? And are you missing them? What could you bring back in gently? You don't need to revamp your entire July. You just need to tune in. So let's talk about the kind of freedom that has nothing to do with fireworks, okay? July is another time, and actually the perfect time to ask another question for yourselves. You ready? I know I'm asking you a lot of questions to ask yourself, but trust me when I say you do want to ask her this because it is July. But anyway, so what clutter is holding me back? Create a midsummer lighten up list. Well, what are you talking about? Okay, that junk drawer. You open it up daily and you hate it. So you close it up real fast. Your overstuffed inbox. Yes. The 5 tops, the jeans in your closet you never wear. Or maybe it's something even deeper. The commitment you made that you no longer want to keep. According to the UCLA study, women who describe their homes as cluttered, quote unquote, experience higher cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone, throughout the day. So, decluttering even one area can make a measurable impact on your mood. And don't forget, clutter isn't just stuff, it can be your calendar, your thoughts, or even those daily, hourly, minute notifications on your phone. Just saying, think about that. So, this week I helped a client let go of boxes, you heard me right, that had been sitting in the hallway for months because she was moving in. She said she didn't even realize how much space that they were taking up, actually, in her mind, because it was just part of that visual of her walking in through her house and those boxes were there. But that's the kind of freedom that we're talking about. So remember, ask yourself, because July is the perfect time, what clutter is holding you back? Now, on to the fun stuff. I don't know, playlists. I kind of like playlists, especially during the summertime, getting into that summer groove, so to speak. Creating a red, white, and blue, or how about a red, white, and chill playlist? Play it while you're cooking, tidying up, or lounging with a drink in your hand. Add songs that feel light, nostalgic, and energizing. So you're probably asking, well, what do you have on your list? Well, let me just tell you. Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. Lovely Day by Bill Withers. Can't Stop That Feeling by Justin Timberlake. Good as Hell by Lizzo. Islands in the Sun. Happy, of course, by Pharrell Williams. Sunday Best by Surfaces. Summer by Calvin Harris. Vacation by Dirty Heads. And Cake by the Ocean by DNC. So, as you can tell, I do have a completely different plate with my music. I have fun with it. I have some oldies, I have some new ones. But all in all, it's just something that you can play during your reset routine, meal prep, or even when everyone's around gathered after the fireworks, or when there is no fireworks and it's just a Saturday on a July. The music actually sets the mood. I don't know about you, but I just love listening to music. Even when I'm in my office working, I do have to have some background music, and it's just so soothing for me. And but not only is it that way, but it also makes one, I don't know, like the energy kind of spark and ease. Again, you could just, I play music while I'm cooking. I do. I don't have the TV on as much, but I do listen to music more so while I'm cooking. While I'm tidying up, if you have music, you kind of like move along with it, get those extra steps in as well. But of course, lounging with a drink in hand by poolside. One of my favorites. But again, also one of my, now this is on a personal note, one of my favorite summer memories is watching fireworks from a golf course that we go to here locally, here in the 305, with my family and friends. With the folding chairs, we take out the food, and sometimes you just get up and do it like a spontaneous dance. Just saying, it wasn't fancy, and it's kind of nice because it was real. And it's actually a reminder that sometimes our lives are in what I call like in the in between moments. It's kind of nice to be able to be somewhere like that, off somewhere watching the fireworks with friends and family. Just saying, it's kind of nice. Another tradition we started was playing our midsummer reflection game. And you're just like, what in the world? That sounds too deep. But it actually is kind of fun. Again, we just go around the table. We ask ourselves, like, what was your favorite moment thus far for the summer? And what would you do again before school starts? So it's actually amazing what comes up because if you think about it, you actually are like in July and there's still so much still to be done, but still so much that was already done. Last year, my youngest said that she wants to do more of nothing. Can you relate? So I actually made a pause, and sometimes nothing is exactly what we all need. You don't need perfection to create magic. You just need intention. Organize what you can, let go of what you can't, and enjoy the mess in between. And remember, if you're looking for a way to reset this July, don't forget about the Fresh Start method. And how can it help you? Well, you can help, and it can help you by, finding out what's taking up your time or your space. and then by reducing what you truly need and evaluate it. Then, of course, you want to systemize and harmonize your home with simple routines. And finally, you want to do that maintaining, right? That sustaining and making it tidy so that the clutter doesn't come back. So, how do we do this? We start with one area, one habit, one drawer, because progress builds momentum, especially in the middle of summer. Freedom lies in being bold by Robert Frost. Summer is the annual permission slip to be lazy, to do nothing, and have it count for something. Until next week, my friend, take a moment to reset, reflect, and realign because this is your July. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Organizing with Ease podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living their best lives. And remember, a new episode comes out every Thursday at 8 a.m. So mark your calendar and join us. Until next week, take care and keep shining bright.